Okay, so for her, she has shorter, and if you can kind of see, like thinner baby hairs. So for her ponytail is gonna be small. Actually, her bun might be a little thicker this year than it was last year. So, look up. So you're gonna wanna wet everything really well. Not sopping wet because that will actually work against you. But, and then this is what we use. And you're gonna use a generous amount of gel. Look up. You're gonna make sure you get by their ears, especially if they have fine hair that has lots of flyaways. And you're gonna put it all through there. A boar's hair brush or a bristle brush that kind of is like this works best for getting it smooth. Look up, baby girl. Oh, we have to do a
Pony.
No, we have to do a part first. Okay. So this is what I use, but anything that you use for a part is fine. It's a center part. She has a center part. Tilt your head. Use this. A brush like this. And since it already has the gel in it, it kind of helps hold those baby hairs down. Use this brush to get it as smooth as you can. Chin down. You want to put the ponytail not totally down at the bottom of their neck, especially if they have thick hair, because they're going to need some space to wrap it. But chin up a little bit. Not exactly sticking at the back either. You want it a little bit up from there. And she actually has more hair than she had last year. At this point, if you need to slick down any more baby hairs, or if you need to make it smoother, just a little bit more gel. Make sure you get by their ears and up at the nape of their neck. Get all these parts that tend to be flyaways. And if you need to smooth anything down, then this is a good time, because if you push it, you're gonna end up with smooth up here and a little bit of bump right here, but that's gonna be covered by the hair. So for her, so she has thin hair, I'm just gonna twist. And as I twist, I'm gonna do a little cinnamon roll. I'm using the wide bobby pins. You catch a little bit of the bun and a little bit of the head, and you listen to them tell you that it hurts real bad. Since she has not a whole lot going on, I'm not gonna use a ton. It's okay if it's sticking out a little bit, because you're gonna catch that with the net. So in the past, she has not had much of a bun, and so I have taken just any old hair I have, like from Halloween, from the mall, whatever, and I have, actually it matches her hair better when she has dry hair, but we'll use this for demonstration purposes. And just bobby pinned it in and done the same thing where I've twisted it around just to give her a little bit more of a substantial bun. It does not have to be amazing hair. This was like Amazon hair that I used, that I had hanging around. Then see how it's still a little flyaways? That's okay. You want that to not be the best you can. You're gonna take your net, you're gonna scoop it over, and you can do one of two things. You can kind of twist it around like this, or a lot of people will put it over and then turn it and flip it over again. Turn down, turn it, flip it over again. And then once the net's over it, you've got all the hair, you're gonna wanna take the bobby pins again. Now, if you only have normal everyday bobby pins, you can make them, like pop them out, or if she has thinner hair, so it doesn't matter as much for her, I can still catch the net and the head without it being much of a problem. Chin down. You want to make sure if it's kind of coming out too much, you kind of catch it and push it up so that it kind of flattens out the bun a little bit. And then after this, More gel if you need it, just on your fingers, slicking it down, and lots of hairspray. So that's baby hair. Good job, team. Okay, so her hair is already in a ponytail, and you can even see once we get it in a ponytail, sometimes we need to take a brush and smooth the ponytail out to make the bun go a little smoother. And you can see that we have a little bit of some flyaway from the process of getting it into a ponytail. So I'm just gonna smooth it down, chin down just a little bit. We're doing the twist. It helps to have this wet, sprayed wet, and also a little bit of gel through the end of the hair. Just because it helps keep from flyaways. So I'm twisting, and then I'm gonna twist, chin down just a little bit, and lay it against her head. Okay? Lay it against her head. You can kind of see how I'm doing that. And then secure it down a little bit of the bun. This is a cinnamon roll, more of a cinnamon roll style. Just one roll around. Continue to twist. And you can see she has used a hair tie that is not her same hair color. Try to use hair ties that are the same hair color, but if you have something like that you need to cover up, now's a good time to kind of manipulate the hair to cover up that shining bit so that it doesn't catch a reflection or anything. Again, we're just literally twisting it around itself and her to make a bun, a cinnamon roll. And catching a little bit of the bun and a little bit of the hair helps it, you okay? Lay a little flat so you can see. Where are all my hair nets? I had a pack of 100. This is literally the last one in my duffel. Okay. Don't tell your kids where the hair nets are. Hair net. I'm show you the twist, then flip it over, and the same thing, twist, and flip back over. And then you can see the little lines, from the hairnet, the seam and the where it gets gathered. That's the part you want to make sure you pull closer to the head and tuck in. Like turn this way. See how the seam's there? You probably want to pull it like this. Tuck it in. And you're going to do the same thing where you just catch part of the bun, part of the head, and bobby pin every few inches. You okay? Turn it down. Yeah, yours is a little bit. Okay, see that little pucker right there? I'm gonna just make sure that that's not gonna pop out. Okay, so we've gone all the way around. We've covered up the little shiny thing. We're gonna do the same. Go back over and lay down flyaways. Take a good dollar store hairspray. Something that smells like Aquanet, usually is the best. Spray it really well and then shake your head really good. Up and down. Now, does it feel loose at all?
No.
If it feels loose at all, then you're gonna go and sometimes you can see it move, but then you're gonna go secure it down. And that is just basic cinnamon roll look, just sideways. See how it's not sticking out directly from her head? It's down a little bit, but not all the way down laying on the fold or the nape of her neck. Okay, so we have Emma here. Yay, Emma. Emma has really thick hair, so she's gonna help us show you some different ways you can do thick hair. With thick hair, you wanna make sure that you use like a normal brush that has the kind of stuff that's gonna get all the way through it before you start to use the boar's hair brush. Otherwise, you're just gonna make snarls with the boar's hair. Your hair is so thick. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I get it in. Same thing, do the center part. When you're doing the part, do it from the front so you can kind of follow their nose. It only needs to go to about here because you're gonna end up pulling this part back. But do it from the center. Every time I try to do it from behind, ends up not truly being a real center part. So do it from the front of their face so you can see for sure that you're getting the center part. We did the same thing with Emma. We sprayed it down with a water bottle. And actually, I'm gonna put the gel in her hair yet, so I'm gonna do that. We have, so you get it kind of, the big brush to hold that. You got the gel. This is kind of used, it works really well. You get them in a 2-pack and everybody's on. Same thing, you want the gel, it's more is more. Definitely around their ears, definitely around the bottom, definitely here. So that's gonna help you make your ponytail, and then you can go back and put more gel in it once your ponytail is smooth and made. I can barely get my hand all the way around your hair. Okay, so to smooth down a brush like this, or if it works better for you to use a comb, that's fine too, but a brush like a boar's hair brush is gonna get you that smoother without any of the separations than a brush that has really big, long, wide teeth. Look down for me. Oh, man. Let's hope we can do this in one take. Okay, we wrestled this big thick hair into the ponytail. You can see it's smooth. There's a few bumpies. We're gonna, now that it's in the ponytail and it's still wet, we're gonna take some more gel and we're just gonna smooth around the face and the top and the bottom. We're gonna take our brush or comb, whatever you wanna use, to get those smooth lines on the bun, the pony, and make sure there's not a bunch of separation. Now you can see what that's gonna do is gonna make a ridge here. That's okay, because she has so much hair, we're gonna cover it. And the reason we used Emma for thick hair is because you can see half of her ponytail is the size of most people's ponytails. So we're gonna show you how you can do split thick hair and make it work a little easier. Now, ideally, since she has more blonde hair, I would use blonde bobby pins and a little bit blonder hairnet, but I don't have that, so we're gonna pretend like that what I have is blonde, but Emma does have that. So, okay, so we're doing the same kind of technique, the twist, and lay it against the head. See how I'm holding it with my thumb? And then I'm getting part of the bun and part of her hair, and then continuing to twist both the ponytail and around the ponytail, and twisting the ponytail around the ponytail holder and putting it close to the head. This again will keep it from looking like a doorknob sticking out from her head. It'll make it more like a bun. And having gel throughout the bottom helps to just keep these little flyaways in. So at this point, her hair's a little bit secured with the bobby pins I used, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more gel just to make this part stay easier for me. Keep twisting and laying it flat against the head. And about every 1.5 inches or so, you can kind of tell once you get in there. So you see this is kind of sticking out from there. I'm gonna try to make that lay a little more flat by putting it against the head like that. So, okay, so we have that side. Now we're gonna basically do the opposite around the other side. So put your head down for me, your chin down. So we're gonna put it flat against the head right? This is why, again, if you have thicker hair, you might want to put the actual ponytail up just a teeny bit higher, because you don't want the bun to be laying on the nape of their neck. You want it up a little bit from the nape of their neck. So I'm laying it flat against her head. And her mom is better at this than I am, but we'll keep going. She does it more often. And see how I'm putting it around versus building it out? I'm building it wide so that it's a little bit more flat against her head and not like a doorknob. Here's where I would add more gel to this end too to twist it. Put your chin down for me just a little bit more, chin to your chest. I'm gonna tuck these in. Again, this does not have to be perfect because you are going to add a hairnet to it. So, turn this way, and then turn all the way, just a little bit. See how it's a little bit more flat to her head and not sticking out like a doorknob? Okay, now, with Emma's hair, her bun is larger, so we don't have to worry about, and usually I get it in a little bit more of a round shape, but see how I can manipulate it? So I'm putting it over. I'll do it this way, it'll be easier. Well, okay. We're putting it over and we're twisting the thing. And then I just run along up under the thing is what I do. In between the bun and the head. And then another layer of bobby pins. So you can see, even using my darker bobby pins and my slightly darker hairnet, I was able to hide it. And I'm just, again, just putting lots of bobby pins, catching part of the bun and part of the hair right where you do it. See that? There was a hole in this net. I'm gonna put another net over top just because there's a hole in that net, but ideally you wouldn't have to. But you can see how the net catches all the hair, and then you just run it along the edge. Okay, the last step after you do this is to get more gel. Anything that you've disturbed, you can make lay flat again. Anything that's by their ears or their neck, you can lay flat again. You can even do it on any hairs that are sticking out. Then hairspray on top of gel, just hairspray the whole head. And you can see how it's sticking out the back of her head, but not directly out. Still a little bit lower, not laying on the nape of her neck, but still not directly out from her head, still just a little bit lower. And that is Emma, and she is very patient because, whew, I gotta work out doing that. Turn just a little bit that way. You can see? Go team.